Okay, can you see the screen yet? All right, good. So now we are going to look at lesson 51, and the focus is going to be on market and product development and business revenue model strategies. It is available in your prescribed textbook. I just can't remember on which page, but these slides are also available on Core Campus. So we just spoke about strategy formulation. We spoke about acquisition and the entire race model. We spoke about retention, and we did a case analysis for ShopRite's use of online shopping and deliveries. Now we are going to unpack decision one of market and product development. So we are going to look at market penetration again. We are going to look at market development. We are going to look at product development, and we are going to look at diversification. This is going to be revision because we've already done that. Then we are going to unpack decision two.
Sir, are you still there?
Okay, Ntati, can you see me now? Ntati, can you hear me and can you see me?
I can hear you, but I can't see. Oh, I think now I can.
All right, sorry about that. We are load shedding, so the inverter quickly drained its power and I had to connect it to the generator. My apologies for that.
Okay, sir.
So as I was saying, then we also need to look at model strategies, skunkworks, early and first mover advantages, and business revenue models. So we are going to talk about skunkworks. We are going to talk about early or first mover advantage, revenue, and the business model. So these are the key terms that you are going to come across as we unpack this lesson. So can you briefly explain the ENSOF matrix if you can still remember it?
I think the only thing I remember is there's market development there. There's market penetration for new markets and all markets. I can't remember the other two components.
Okay. All right, we are going to talk about that. So why are market and product development strategies relevant in digital marketing? Because our job is only to promote a brand and its products. So is the product development relevant in digital marketing?
Yes, it is.
How? Why?
Is it because that's the point of digital marketing?
To some extent it is, but remember, there are some products that market themselves. Like you do not necessarily need to sweat when exposing them to the industry, you know? So product development strategies, they work in hand with digital marketing strategy. Think about someone who is advertising or marketing an Apple, an iPhone, and someone who is marketing a mobile phone. Those are two different products with different features and capabilities, right? But the strategies that they had in developing those products, they also do matter to marketing strategy. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
You are making sense.
The features that we're going to talk about, the aspects of that product that we are going to talk about when persuading people to buy says a lot about the product itself. So product development strategies are relevant in digital marketing. Imagine you are selling something that is not adding value to people. It becomes difficult to sell it. There are some products that are very, very difficult to market, very difficult to sell. Whereas there are some that, you know, they just sell themselves. You just need to sort of have sustainable channels, consistent channels, but the product itself does the sale, does the market. There's no need to have, pardon?
Can you give an example of a product that markets itself?
Salt. Have you seen any marketing activities around salt or sugar?
No. No.
You see? So if you're a marketing manager for those products, you know, you are not going to sweat about the strategies and this and this and that. Then there are some that are very hard to sell, especially skincare products, because skin is sensitive and there are so many products out there. So how do you convince people to use them when people do love their skins, you know, so badly that they don't to risk, you know, even diet things. People are struggling when it comes to diet. We all struggle with our weight and stuff like that, you know. So how can you market diet products when
So
we just want to eat anything?
would you say it mostly applies to household products and things that we need, and not so much things that we want, like skincare products and certain appliances.
To some extent, but nowadays it can apply to everything. Think about these new entrant phones that we are having in the industry, you know, phones that are even, their names are even difficult to pronounce. Think about the cars. We have got the Havals, the cars that we did not have before. So how do they compete with the Toyota that we have always known? So you need to come up with thorough strategy formulation there so that they can compete with brands that have always been in the household forever. Some get successful, some they struggle. For example, Domestos. I've always known Jik. You know Jik, right?
Yes.
Like for the past 10 or 15 years, Jik used to be more popular than Domestos. But now Domestos, the brand of Domestos is almost everywhere than Jik. So these are the product development strategies that we need to focus on. What is it that Domestos did in terms of its products that outbid Jik? Do you get the sense of the link between product development and digital marketing?
Yes, I'd also say Jig doesn't have other products, like it's just the bleach.
Okay, I get you. So they did diversification. Remember, on the ends of matrix, there is diversification. So Domestos did diversification. They've got a wide range of products other than bleach. So the market and product development strategies can help brands to think about how online channels can support their marketing objectives, and also suggest innovative use of these channels to deliver new products and more markets. The boxes help stimulate out-of-box thinking, which is often missing with digital marketing strategy. So, what is market penetration? This strategy involves using digital channels to sell more existing products into existing markets using used for achieving the sales growth or maintaining sales by the market penetration strategy, as I've always told you guys in class. So market penetration, you're actually penetrating something that already exists. On the other hand, market development, these will be online channels that are used to sell into new markets. For example, TikTok, it's a new platform that offers opportunities for new markets, taking advantage of the low cost of advertising internationally without the necessity of supporting sales infrastructure in the customer's country. Then product development, these will be digital platforms, especially the web, that can be used to add value to or extend existing products for many companies. For example, a car manufacturer such as Toyota or VW, Volkswagen, can be provided to download tailored brochures, book a test drive, or tailor features required for a car model. So that would be your product development. You know, the development of a product can also tailor the customer journey and the customer experience that one would want. Then diversification. In this sector, new products are developed which are sold into new markets. The internet alone cannot facilitate these high-risk business strategies, but it can facilitate them at lower costs than have previously been possible. So this is the ends of grid that we discussed previously in class. And I remember it was in room 7. So there's your ends of grid there. The diagram on the right, I think it is in your textbook. So fundamentally, the market and product development metrics can help identify strategies to increase sales volume through varying what is sold, the product on the horizontal axis, and who it is sold to, the market dimension on the vertical axis. Specific objectives need to be set for sales generated via these strategies. So this decision is related closely to that objective setting. So when they say that specific objectives need to be set, that's where the performance indicators are used, Ntati. You need to be able to measure whether these objectives are being achieved or not. Now we look at business and revenue models. So realize that in digital marketing, all the strategies that we are developing, if they do not result in profits and revenue, then we are not doing anything, because at the end of the day, if you are increasing the reach on digital platforms, or if you are increasing the acquisition, the retention, at the end of the day, it needs to bring more money to the company. So strategy formulation often requires brands to evaluate new models, since to survive in the digital age means brands need to constantly innovate in order to defend market share for competitors and new entrants. Brands at the leading edge of technology such as Facebook and Google constantly innovate through acquiring other companies and internet search and development. Think about Facebook. First, it was just Facebook, and now it owns Instagram and WhatsApp through Meta. I don't know if you are aware of that.
Yes, I am.
So this approach to support strategic agility through ongoing research and development is sometimes known as skunkworks. Skunkworks is a loosely structured group of people who research and develop innovative opportunities and business benefits. So some would actually create platforms only to sell it. It also happened in that brief that we heard about Yapichev. They say that what they wanted was to research and develop the brand. They were not going to push the brand throughout the edges. They just wanted to create something and sell it. So realize that there are people, someone created 6060 and sold it to Checkers, you know? So those people who are involved in research and development, R&D, they are called skunkworks. They make money through that. So where brands, including transactional sites such as Amazon or Takealot, have introduced advertising as part of their revenue model, the amount of revenue generated tends to be low compared to overall revenue, although it may be used as leverage for other core branding work or insights generated by customer response. So realize that advertising on sites such as the use of Google AdSense or Google AdWords, it does not generate notable income. The money that would generate from ads that are coming in on your website will be less than the advertising that you are getting directly from the advertisers. However, you can always get insights generated about customer responses. You can know how many people are reading or are engaging with your content. You can know where are those people based, at what time do those people engage with the content or the product that you are selling. So core branding work can work with alternative advertising, and you can also get data insights from those. With all strategy options, managers should also consider the do-nothing option. Here, a brand will not risk a new business model, but adopt a wait-and-see or a fast follower approach to see how competitors perform, and then respond rapidly with the new business model and proves sustainable. We have seen that with internet banking or the mobile app banking, not all the banks came up with application banking on our cell phones. There's one bank that came with the idea, and they actually created a mobile app as part of the digital adoption of technologies. But some banks did a wait and see approach. So they just did nothing. Then the moment they realized that it's working for the other bank, they looked at the mistakes or at the shortcomings of that app that was initially created. Then they came up with radical changes to that app, more convenience, more touch points to enhance the customer journey. So finally, we can note that brands can make less radical changes to their revenue models through the internet, which are less far-reaching, but may nevertheless be worthwhile. So these are the models that you can always check. Even Boston can do that. You know, you do nothing, you wait for Varsity College or other competitors, see what they are doing. The moment that they are using a new platform or a new application, you then adopt it, you augment it, you make it look better than what they actually came up with. So realize that your customers as Boston are going to have more convenience than Varsity College that actually started using that model or that application in the industry. Is it making any sense, Ntati?
Definitely, sir.
All right. So, in conclusion, as we are still working on strategy formulation, all these that we've discussed, the business models, the ends of metrics, it is part of strategy formulation because it helps you to weigh available options that can work for your greater strategy. So the lesson is still an opportunity for you to continue to develop a greater awareness of digital marketing by being able to integrate digital marketing strategy to traditional marketing and business strategy. So you should now be able to identify opportunities and threats arising from digital media and technology platforms. You should be able to develop an understanding of digital marketing planning, and you should be able to evaluate the digital strategy approaches for different marketplaces and apply digital marketing strategy to a given scenario. Are there any questions or comments?
So I have a question about advertising and digital marketing.
Yes.
What would you say is the difference between the two? Other than the fact that I'd say, okay, I'm not sure advertising is a tool for digital marketing or if digital marketing is a tool for advertising. But what would you say is the main difference between advertising and digital marketing?
Okay, so advertising, it's a component, it's part of digital marketing. Remember, the definition of digital marketing is that it is the promotion of a brand, its services or platforms on digital marketing, on digital platforms. So whenever you are promoting a brand online, that's digital marketing. But how do you promote that brand or how do you promote that product? You promote it through advertising. You promote it through content marketing. You promote it through public relations. So advertising is one of the component of digital marketing.
Okay. It makes
So
sense.
it's an element of digital marketing. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
So it's basically like a tool for digital marketing.
Yes. But we are going to have a look at that when we are doing the marketing mix, looking at search engine optimization, how some of the content is paid for, and how some of the content appears organically, so naturally. We are going to look at that, but advertising is actually a tool for marketing, though it is a standalone field as well, because there are so many components that you can consider when advertising. There's the psychologies, there are the frameworks of advertising that are drawn from different fields other than communications, such as psychology, such as sociology, and so on. But it is a tool for marketing.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Are there any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow morning we are going to do a case study of this lesson. So we're busy unpacking the theory, talking about the marketing concepts. Now, tomorrow morning we are going to look at the case study of this. Then we are going to unpack decisions 3 and 4. Okay. All right.